Welcome into Fantasy AI. Moving on. All right, welcome back to the computer room. Today we're going to look at the top 10 running backs. Ranked. We're going to rank them. Got our 10 selected. Now we're going to put them in order. So let's go through the top 10 running backs. Let's get ready to rank them. First in the ring is Christian McCaffrey, 20.52 per game. Going to rank them in order of their average per game last year. Coming in second is Kareem Williams with 18.93 a game. Wow. Just coming in third is David Montgomery with 13.83 a game. And then Jonathan Taylor, 13.74 a game. And Barkley came in next with 13.34. We're listing him by average. That way you know, in case they missed a couple games, we still have a gauge proper to compare them. And Gibbs came in with 12.85. Henry, 12.74. And Breeland Hall comes in 12.62. But John Robinson, 11.43. And bringing up the rear is Josh Jacobs with 11.25. So that was their averages last year. It's a good way to keep them starting in order, right? Well, let's go through some more. We're going to go put in the easy schedules. Who's looking at an easy schedule? We love easy schedules. We got 2 on the list in the top 10. We've got Barkley with the second easiest schedule. And rich get richer there in Philadelphia, right? But John Robinson coming in with the 5th easiest schedule. All right, so we got that down. Let's go on to another metric here. How about who got a team upgrade? Well, Barkley went from the Giants, one of the lowliest offenses, to one of the best offenses. Team upgrade there. Same with Henry, going from Tennessee to Baltimore. Try to guard him and Lamar Jackson, team upgrade. And Josh Jacobs, a big upgrade there from Las Vegas to Green Bay. Going to be one of the better offenses next year, right? And I threw in one more team upgrade for John Robinson here, right? He got a new coach, right? They're going to promise to run the ball, so it's going to be a little different philosophy. So I threw him in on the team upgrade. So moving on, another metric here. Let's go in O-line. Who has the best offensive lines? Top 10. So we have Detroit with the top offensive line. All right, so we got Philadelphia with the second best offensive line. That's Barkley again. And Jonathan Taylor here has the third best offensive line in Indianapolis. So moving on, Breeland Hall, fifth best offensive line. So he gets a mark there. And Robinson with Atlanta, 6th offensive line. So we got that in. So there's another metric there. Whoop! Got a fantasy AI rehash break. Going back to an episode, top 10 anti-committee at running back. What did we learn back there? Well, let's take a look here. That was a video we went through the teams and seen who got relied on for more than 20 carries a game or more than 15 carries a game for their lead running back in a single game. And we look at the teams here. Let's keep that in mind. We got the Rams, and we got a Green Bay over there. But on the 15-plus one, we had Indy, San Francisco, some of the teams we're looking at. So let's go ahead and put those on. We got Indy was the lead, one of the lead RBAs. And we had the Rams as one of the lead backs teams. And San Francisco. And there was one more on the list, Green Bay. So down the end. So we got those in. Those gave 20-plus, 15-plus carries to their lead back. All right, next up was put in the top offenses. San Francisco's going to have one of the top offenses. Probably this year in order. Detroit's next. We're listing the top 10 offenses for next year. Baltimore's going to have a top 10 offense. Philadelphia. Green Bay. All right, so now let's start tallying these. We see that Barkley did well. All All right. See that Robinson from Atlanta did good, and Josh Jacobs from Green Bay did good. So let's quantify them. Let's put the numbers on there. We've got 4 for Barkley, leads the list. 3 for Robinson and Jacobs down on the end. Got some 2s. He got some people only got 1 of those metrics. So let's put them all on there and add them up. All right, so those are some important statistics that we're going to now frame shift everybody and move them all in and figure those into the rankings. So next we have it looking like this. So the rankings of those are prepared to go into further evaluation, right? But I've got at least an order to now go in and further evaluate things outside the numbers, right? You can do all the statistics, who's going to get the easiest, who's facing who. But hey, sometimes it comes down to the health of the players. Got one guy in mind, we're going to find out. And you got to take that into consideration. The wealth, maybe, of some players. They just spent a lot of money on someone, they're going to use them. All right? Especially if that contract's structured in a way, a lot of money up front. Maybe we'll honor the back part of that contract. Use them up. How about hope? Two of these teams on here are basing their running backs hoping on hope, right? We got Kirk Cousins going to come in there and straighten out Atlanta if his health holds up for an aging quarterback, right? Got another one on the list. Will his health hold up? Aging quarterback for another team. So we'll see how these affect them. All right, players are taking the field from the Fantasy AI Data Center. The subscribers look on. Welcome aboard to Breeland Hall, new subscriber up in the stands. All right, let's get ready to go through the top 10 running backs. Got them ranked here. First up is Josh Jacobs coming in at number 10 from the Packers. Consensus has him at 12, so I'm a little higher on Josh Jacobs than the rest. He 2022 led the NFL in rushing. Yeah, he had a down year last year, but let's not forget he led the league in rushing in 2022. And going to likely face less loaded boxes than he did in Las Vegas last year. I mean, they knew what they were doing. Last year in Las Vegas, the passing game struggling, the team struggling. They're going to focus on Josh Jacobs, right? He signed a massive 4-year deal with the Packers. But the little secret is he got $12 million signing bonus for this year up front, right? So that's all front-end loaded, right? So the Packers can get out of it. So they're not afraid to use him up in these first 2 years, all right? I'm thinking he's going to get close to 300 carries, get the most carries. Jordan Love, if Jordan Love goes up, Josh Jacobs' value goes up. That's just how it's going to work, right? See what he did last year. Missed the last 4 games in Las Vegas, but definite team upgrade there, right? All right, so you can see him up here. We don't like the 32nd ranked schedule. That's the only knock. You know, obviously if he had a better schedule, he'd be higher in the rankings. We do love Jordan Love's number 1 quarterback easy schedule, all right? And the wide receivers, Christian Watson, Jalen Reed, they all have the number 1 wide receiver schedule. So this team, offense 11, it might even get better than it did last year with an easy passing schedule. Jordan Love coming on. Now that's just going to do nothing but help the running game, open it up. Now, Marshawn Lloyd, some people make a little noise there. He's ranked 50th. I see him as replacing A.J. Dillon, which, welcome aboard, which should be done. But I don't see him as a threat. Now, let's not forget, he's on a rookie deal. They got him for 4 years. I don't see them using him up. I see them using Josh Jacobs up this first couple of years, then evolving into Lloyd, where you can cut Josh Jacobs for nothing. So just really like Josh Jacobs this year. Coming in ranked 10th. Moving on. How about David Montgomery? I've got him ranked 9th. They've got him ranked 19th. Right? Whew. Love that value. And the bonus multiplier. right? You see, could light up the bonus multiplier. Remember that bonus multiplier? You're already getting top 10 points out of him. He's in the top 10. He finished third or fourth in scoring average last year. He gets okay. The secret on him is he gets 70 yards every game and a touchdown with the Detroit's touchdown back, right? So you see he averaged 4.6 yards a carry, 13 touchdowns in 14 games, 50 red zone carries last year in limited action. Now this bonus multiplier I'm talking about could light up is I got 2 Detroit running backs ranked in the top 10. Well, if something happens to one of them, the other one is going to get even more action. Yeah, Craig Reynolds. We could go look at the team here. Craig Reynolds is the third. But what I'm saying here, if 5th ranked Jamar Gibbs, right? Something happens to him. Well, Montgomery game goes up. Well, if something happens to Montgomery here, Jahmyr Gibbs games goes up. They're playing for the number, over here on the clipboard, they're playing for the number 3 offense last year. Balanced. Look at that, number 2 in passing, number 5 in rushing. Just a great offense. You can't go wrong here. All right? And I go on about it, but hey, we can't forget. Look at those scoring. Just, you get a touchdown every game. And just Jamal Williams' game, way back when, touchdown a game. Anyway, love me some David Montgomery. Hopefully you can get him cheap. Love it. Let him go 19th. I'll take him. How about Jahmyr Gibbs up next? Right? They've got him ranked 5th. I've got him ranked 8th. Now, he's got the bonus multiplier. What if something happens to Montgomery? He's getting the bonus multiplier lit. 52 passes during his rookie season. Coach is saying they're running him some routes out of the backfield, right? Instead of just being checkdowns, they're designing routes. Third among running backs at a 5.2 carry, all right? So it's looking good. I think some of the reason I have him ranked only 9th or 8th here, and they've got him ranked 5th. I think they're thinking more that the younger player is going to come in and take over for the veteran, right? As they evolve, you usually get that. But in this, it's different. I think Detroit runs that touchdown back spot and the receivers running back. So I don't see as much of that. But hey, 2 guys on a great team. And it does matter, that bonus multiplier. You get a built-in backup guy too. It's like having two players in one. You get the top 10 running back and a potential little lottery ticket if something happens to the other guy. Just love it. Love the Detroit Lions this year. Moving on, Breeland Hall comes in at number 7. They got him ranked 2nd. I've got him ranked 7th. Well, I mean, a lot of good guys above him. I mean, yeah, I've got nothing against Breeland Hall. Now, the only thing here is Aaron Rodgers. Will he show up? Right? Is he going to show up, work with a team, practice, go through all the grind, and show up healthy all year? I mean, and if it doesn't, well, then he's going to end up the same 7th place finish he did last year, Breeland Hall. But coaches and scouts agree Breeland Hall was the number 2 running back. They all ranked him. Explosive vision, technique, versatile, 76 receptions for 591 yards. Little weakness in his short yardage game. But look at those points. A lot of down games, though. That's a little bit I'm concerned about is, yeah, he's got a lot of big games there, but look at some of those duds under 10. I can count 2, 4, 6, 8 games. He didn't score 10 points for a lead back. Oof, I don't like that. So I bring in this Braylon Allen, right, from Washington. Or I'm sorry, from Wisconsin. And, well, he was 4th round pick, but you can see 35 touchdowns in 3 years. So, built like a tank, right? I don't see him jumping in there and getting a lot of points from Breeland Hall, but I just wonder that little bit of weakness he's got at the short yardage and goal line. Wonder if they're thinking that guy might come in and take a little bit of that. But with all those receptions, all those yards, I mean, you just got to love him, right? And now the big question is, let's look at the clipboard here. Before we get too far in love, they got the 26th rushing schedule. Don't like it. Team offense was 31st. Yeah, we're all hoping that improves under Aaron Rodgers. But what if it doesn't? I mean, it will a little bit if he can stay healthy. But show me. Show me. All right, that's Breeland Hall. Moving on. Kareem Williams comes up next at number 6. Consensus got him 6th. I got him 6th. So not much variance there. But now the little foot issue. I mean, this is going to be one of the biggest movers from the preseason action, what we learned there. If everything looked great, he might be moving up this list. If things look bad, he might be moving down the list. Said him and Blake Corum hopefully allows me to get in the slot and run routes out of the backfield, he said, of this Blake Corum addition. 2 backs, could he complement each other? We don't like any talk of sharing. Who are we talking about? There's his big. Woo! All those points. Look at those. You compare those to Breeland Hall's. When he did play, he never had 8 games under 10 points. Right? He had 2, obviously. But, hey, he missed those 5 games, and that's the biggest problem with him. 18.9 when he was in there. Whew. All right, let's go over the team. This is the Blake Corum we're talking about. Ranked 42nd. All right? He was one of the best running backs in college football. Last 2 years, we've all heard of him, right? So, the team, I'll go over to the clipboard. Team was 7th in offense last year. Balanced 10th and 11th. I mean, they're going to have a good offense again. They always do. And just the weapons around them. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Stafford, solid. So, Kareem Williams is going to have another great year. Just want to get a read off of the preseason and that injury, right? But moving on. How about Bijan Robinson? I've got him ranked 5th. I've got him ranked 3rd. Raheem Morris said we're going to give him the ball as much as possible in that 2024. Got a new offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson, going to be the centerpiece. No more slow walking him like Arthur Smith did. All right, got to get him in the game. Get him in as many ideal situations as possible. We love all that talk, right? Well, you can see what he did last year. Great. Come in, 11.4. But, hey, he was sharing a lot with Tyler Algier last year. All right. So, one of the big question marks here for them, just like the Jets, is Kirk Cousins. We're all assuming Kirk Cousins is going to come in here and help the Atlanta offense light it up. But, hey, we got to see it first, right? Now, they did get this rookie quarterback here. All right. But moving on. So, 9th rushing, though. They focused on the rush last year. So, we love some Bijan Robinson, right? Coming in at number 3. Very good promise. Going to get him the ball more. See what happens. Moving on, Derrik Henry comes in next at number 4. They got him ranked 9th. All right. 2nd in rushing despite a terrible offensive line and bad quarterback play in Tennessee. Talk about a team upgrade. He's getting one to Baltimore. He led the team, our NFL in carries last year. Going to be teamed with Lamar Jackson. All right. Just going to love it. Look at those good games last year, 11th schedule for this year. What's important over here, we'll go to the clipboard. Team, there was 6 offense. Team was 6th in offense, number 1 rushing team last year. All right? So we're really loving it, and the whole point here is, what are you thinking, Lamar Jackson, that number 9 easy quarterback schedule? And the receivers have an easy schedule too. And, 11th ain't bad. So you give it a good team with a great schedule, just looking up. A lot of touchdowns there, Derrik Henry. I think he's going to lead in rushing and touchdowns. Oh, he's just going to do great. Moving on, Jonathan Taylor comes in next, ranked 3rd. They've got him 4th, but hey, all 5 starting offensive linemen are returning to an already good offensive line. They've got him ranked as the 3rd probably best offensive line for this year. All right. 2021, he led the NFL in rushing, 1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns. We know who Jonathan, hey, came back after that being out last year early. You can see. But, hey, 13.74 average when he came back in. One of the tops in the league. All right? Don't like the 30th running sheet schedule, but I think the number 6 quarterback schedule for Richardson and number 7 for wide receiver going to keep that offense rolling. I like what they did under Gardner Minshew last year when things went south. All right? They did good. I liked it. I think the offense coordinator did good last year there. All right? Moving on. And number 2 is Barkley. They've got him 7th. I've got him ranked all the way to number 2. Just everything falling in place. He was the 2nd overall pick in 2018. Hey, he's only 27. Christian McCaffrey, higher on the list, is a little older than him. Right? So let's not get on him about his age, 27th. Welcome to the number 2 ranked offensive line. Upgrade from the Giants, huh? And easy number 2 running schedule. In Kellen Moore's offense, he's going to get the ball a lot, right? So you're going to the Philadelphia offense. Hey, they were 8th last year, 8th in rushing, but number 2 easy schedule. And Kenneth Gainwell's the only competition behind him. Not much to speak of. I mean, he'll be the backup, I assume. But, and you've got the Jalen Hurts, going to keep him honest, with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Just a great offense there. Now, you're wondering about Jalen Hurts, right? And that 15 touchdowns. I think that comes back a little bit. What if he drops down to 10? Give 5 more to Barkley over here in the rushing side. Just going to be clicking. And the number 2 easy running schedule. And he's such a great receiver, too, Barkley. Just going to be running good. I have him as the number 2. Everything falling in place for him. Moving on into number 1. Oh, imagine that. Christian McCaffrey. Number 1. Number 1 at everything. Number 1 pick in a great offense. All right? Offensive player of the year last year. Now, he did get married. Is that going to slow him down a little bit? It slowed me down a little bit when I got married. But, hey, I'm not a professional athlete. So, 21 touches a game. 126 total yards per game. Oh, my gosh. You see that 21? Just heads and shoulders above everyone else. Right? And they were look at the clipboard, number 2 offense. Number 4 in passing, number 3 in rushing. Just well-rounded. The 17th running schedule. I'm not too worried about that. But, excuse me. Look, Deebo Samuel, if they all come in. Brandon Ayuk, Pearsall down, Kittle, Brock Purdy keeping things going. Just set up again for another great year, Christian McCaffrey. Everybody's number 1, right? All right. Oh, fantasy AI. All right, moving on. And if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button now. All right, it's time for me to fill my shorts. All right, I'm going to fill my shorts. Warning, this is a rapid read. Fantasy AI with your top 10 running backs. Josh Jacobs coming in at number 10 for the Green Bay Packers. David Montgomery, touchdown back in Detroit, comes in number 9. Gibbs comes in at number 8 for the same team. Receiving, rushing, multi-dimensional. Breeland Hall comes in at number 7. Can Aaron Rodgers keep him clean and keep that team rolling this year? Kareem Williams, that foot, is he going to look good in preseason? Everything else is all systems go. Bijan Robinson comes in ranked number 5. They're going to get him the dang ball this year there in Atlanta. Derrik Henry teaming him up with Lamar Jackson. Great offense. Great running back. Going to have a good job there this year. How about Jonathan Taylor? One of the top offensive lines with Indy. Coming back. Led the league a couple years ago. How about Barkley? All right. Top offensive team. Great player. Things are looking good there. And Christian McCaffrey, everybody's number 1. Going to remain number 1 there